Greetings and welcome back. I'm your host as always, and let's see what my opponent has done for this turn. What's he been up to? Although we are seeing a lot of Prussians now. 3, 6. Higgs. Ow. Blasted Russian gigantic artillery batteries. Oof. They hurt. What is he up to? Hello. So there's a good 1,200 Silesian landwehr there. The Cossacks are, well, doing Cossack things. Throwing out a massive screen of Cossacks. Which, unfortunately, is a little awkward because, well, he's got so many Cossacks that even if I got a lot of cavalry across the stream, I think he would just be able to drive me back across it because of the amount. Because what's he got? He's got at least a good maybe 2,000 Cossacks here. Yeah, about near enough 2,000 Cossacks, which is not an insignificant number. Alright, he's just got a massive grand battery along there. And he obviously came, but ran across my skirmishers. He came to the village and ran across the skirmishers. What's he up to? Pulling the guns back. He's withdrawing his guns. And deploying his Silesians by the looks of it. Okay, he's moved out of Belwitzhof now. Eventually, I'm just going to run him out of space. He continues to just scream with his cavalry. So, from what I can see, he's screening his withdrawal. Probably, my guess is to here. To take advantage of the little bit of high ground, or higher ground, because it's not exactly high ground. Alrighty. Random bridge damage, 16732, 4 units undisorder, 1 unit recover fatigue, no one routed. Alright, starting over here. We'll just get them on the move, because I can. But looking at the situation overall, I think I'm relatively happy with it. So for now, I don't think I need to do anything too radical. The 10th Hussars, I could... What quality are they? They're B quality, so they're good cavalry. It's all fairly good cavalry. So for now, with Delmas gonna head here. What is he up to? That's my question. There's nothing really decisive in the terrain that he can take advantage of. The closest decisive thing he could take advantage of is on the opposite bank. But I have no intention of letting him withdraw. So... you will go straight into that orchard. We will continue to bring up various other elements. The division's formation is going to get completely wrecked, but I think in this case I shall accept it for several reasons. The lead reason being it's keeping the pressure on the Prussians. No easy withdrawals for them. And then Ledroux's division. And then the core heavy guns will move up as well. And we'll bring up the Naples horse guns. Gerard. Italian horse battery, the howitzers, and the divisional's foot guns. And then Gerard is now nice and advanced. I should actually be able to go, well, let's do it. One more hex forward with him. They can't go any further forward, so in this case I'll just bring up the rest. Still, I'm now going to swing this division this way It's not going to be able to do that much. Bring up the horse guns, park them there. As I continue to bring up Breyer's division. What can use? Let's do the regular. Before I continue over there, we'll do the artillery. The heavy guns. The howitzer. And then this is some more 12s. We'll shoot at them. So, if he's got his main line of resistance there, for now we are just going to keep on shifting these forward as much as I can. Everything can go one more hex. And then Delmas's guns will come up. The 145th, 138th, 145th, 145th, and then the 138th again. Sort of messed up, but in this case, the general formation is still holding, which is all that matters in the end for me. And then General Albert will continue to shift forward. He's not going to go much further to the left. Not before General Ricard's division gets across the stream. So in this case, the 4th Chasseurs will be getting across. We'll bring across the 7th. And then the 6th Lancers will get across as well. Followed very quickly and very smoothly by the infantry division. So Ricard's infantry division will move quickly to fill up. And then the rest of Exelman's cavalry will have to wait before coming across. 11th Hussars, 24th Chasseur, 20th Chasseur, and that's Sebastiani. So, the question is, what do I want to do here? Not a lot, I don't think, so I'm just going to bring up the guns and unlimber them, while probably just getting in position to get across. Hey, why am I doing that? Out of my way. Why do that when I can simply do this? Bring up this gun, and then we'll blast the Cossacks at not point blank range, but a decently close range. Which then we'll have General Marchand and his infantry division quickly follow. Where in the meantime I'll also shift Bowerman's cavalry. So Bowerman's cavalry will head that way to protect the flank, but also far more importantly, ensure that they can get across without causing much more of a traffic jam. And then the Hessians and the Baden artillery, and then the supply wagons will come up. So next turn he should get across nicely. What can he can see my heavy cavalry, that much is clear. So I'll move up these heavy battery guns, and then the Neapolitan chasseurs will move up. So 2 squadrons, for a total of 4 half squadrons, will form up there. And then the other 2 will form up there. And then the Italian chasseurs will form up behind them. All for the goal of trying to keep the pressure on him before he can withdraw successfully. Now then, what have I lost? 127 men so far. So yes, I'm losing men. Not a surprise, considering I'm attacking. Not at all a surprise. Alright, you cannot see anything anymore, so you're going to get shifted. Although, to be fair, you were howitzers, so I could have left you where you were. Now, I could go forward with Florestan. He's the one taking majority of the losses so far. But it's not part of the plan. The plan is... Besides, I do not want to walk into, what's this? 8, 16... Another 16, 32, 44. There's easily over 60 odd Russian guns here, so I'd rather not walk straight into it. Or if I do walk straight into it, try and limit what they can do. who else is there to do? Again, I think it just comes down to Lauriston. But I think it might be time for a small diversion. Yeah, let's launch a small diversion. In this case, I'll send forward General Ney's brigade. With the goal of probing the Russian defences here, nothing more. So the 151st line and the 152nd, I could ring up the rest of Messon's division to try and expand the fight, but I don't think I need to. But I suppose if I bring up Rochambeau's division and do what I was discussing in the last episode, which is swinging him this way to sort of shield himself from these guns, but with the woods and the village. But I'm not convinced that's a necessarily brilliant idea. So for now, I think I will be content with just sending forward a probe. Move you forward, and I'm gonna move you up there, I think. Lose a couple of men, but I'm fighting 2nd Battalion, 29th Jaegers. They're of the 2nd Brigade, 22nd Division, 10th Corps left wing. Denoted by 2B, 22D, 10C and LW, for those who are curious. I will bring the rest of the division forward a bit, I think, just to make him think it's a more generalised attack by the division. So the 146th is the one getting shot up at the moment by the artillery. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, I should fall back behind this hill. Can move forward as well. Sebastiani, General Rosselli, bring up his horse guns. Alright, Ney, who you've got effective command on everyone, so you don't need to worry about that. Let's bring Sebastiani this direction. And then Ney will move a bit more centrally to try and to gradually start closing up on Lauriston, but for now not. Can't see and not in range as well. Or I think you can see, you're just not in range. No, you can't see, because the village and the orchard are in the way. Figured as much. So Girard's 35th Division, Lauriston's 31st, and Carpentier's 36th should hit mainline resistance, maybe here. But again, with all this cavalry playing screen and playing silly buggers with me, I can't actually tell. So for now, I'm just having to buy my time until I can get more troops across. So at the moment, Siam can effectively command only 4 of his divisions. So I'm actually going to move him slightly further to the right to get him in range of Marchand, so he can effectively command him as well. Bowerman's cavalry brigade I'm not going to be too worried about, but so yeah, if only there was a crossing here. But alas, there's a stream there, so. And I will bring up the heavy cavalry a bit more, just for the sake of it. Is it going to be amazing? Probably not. Is it going to help? Yeah, probably, if I use it correctly. And at the right time. But I think, for the most part, that is it for now. Unless I just... because I just can't see anything, really, behind these thick swarms of skirmishers and thick swarms of cavalry, because they're just keeping me blind to everything that he's up to, and I don't really have the cavalry to go gallivanting trying to break his screen. My cavalry is far, far too valuable because, well, there's not a lot of it in the grand scheme of things. Because what have I got again? Still, I am fairly pleased with what my cavalry is up to. With Morin's brigade across the stream, I'm going to basically start getting it ready to try and probe through these cavalry screens. But yeah, I think that is it for this. But before I do anything else, Gonna probably lose a few men here to this, but... Oh, ow, that hurt. But I've driven him out of the orchard, which should hopefully start causing him some worries, if nothing else. Although I am now at fairly close range to them. Still, with the diversion underway, it's not really much of a diversion, considering he knows what I'm up to for the most part anyway. Still, for now, it should at least give him something else to think about other than MacDonald and Soyam and Sebastiani. So, for now, I thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, consider hitting that thumbs up, subscribing, or leaving a comment. As always, these are live recordings, so what you're seeing and what you're hearing is me doing it live. So, I tend to ramble. So, for now, I thank you all once again, and I will see you all again very soon. So, until next time, bye-bye for now.